You ask, we investigate. Hallie from Bayview wanted to know, are Milwaukee's parking police allowed to double dip?
Writing one person the same ticket twice in less than an hour. So Steve Shamraz did some digging. Steve.
Carol and Mike, I think we got as good of an explanation as we can expect here. The city says it made a mistake, but when you look at the facts, it's not clear whether this was an honest mistake or a deliberate one. Waking up to find one parking ticket on your car is bad enough. So imagine the surprise that greeted Hallie Knipple last month.
I was pretty shocked. I was upset. It felt a little unfair.
Hallie had one ticket waiting on her car, but a check of the city's parking website showed two. The first written just before midnight at 11:19. The second written just after midnight at 12:01. Both for the same violation. And even though only the first ticket was on her car, according to the Department of Public Works, both were valid.
I broke the rule and I wanted to pay my ticket right away, so it felt a little fair that I would be dinged twice within a 40-minute period.
Parking enforcement told Hallie because the calendar flipped to a new day, the parking checker was completely within his rights to issue a second ticket. So Hallie got some help. Are you surprised that this little problem required an alderman to fix?
No, I'm not.
Alderman Tony Zielinski and his staff get the credit for making Hallie's problem go away. They drove it up the Department of Public Works chain of command until the parking enforcement manager, Tom Sanders, finally cried uncle. This citation was issued in error and was voided, Sanders wrote in an email to Zielinski's aide. Now the DPW is being instructed how to never do this again.
The telecommunicator was wrong, and right now the department is undergoing a training session with those telecommunicators to help ensure that those types of misunderstandings don't occur.
Hallie is not sure if this was a misunderstanding or the parking police trying to get away with one.
We've been back and forth, and I don't know, someone had said it was an error, but the customer service representative on the phone was adamant that it was not an error and they're well within the right.
And unless you are willing to fight back, people might pay the city twice, adding more money to the account funded by the city's parking police.
I think they're really taking advantage of, ordinary citizens in Milwaukee.
And we heard back from Public Works this afternoon. A spokesperson here admitted to two mistakes. First, Hallie should not have been written two tickets, and then the customer service agent she had on the phone should have voided that second ticket without any question.
Legal or not, that's pretty sleazy if they're doing it on purpose.
They say it wasn't on purpose,
okay.
But
a misunderstanding.
Who do you believe?
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Well, you ask, we investigate. Contact our news team at tmj4.com/tips.